New Zealand police are investigating a shooting incident in Christchurch last week. Shots were fired on the corner of Hereford Street and Stanmore Road in the Christchurch city at 11:15 a.m. on Tuesday, August 30th. A man who was shot was taken to Christchurch Hospital in a serious condition, with gunshot wounds. He has been discharged from hospital and recovering at home. The daylight shooting sparked a citywide manhunt. Police have executed a number of search warrants in relation to this matter and have established that the shooting occurred at a property on Hereford Street. Inquiries indicate that this was not a random incident. Police are now seeking the whereabouts of 27-year-old Hendrix Rawiri Jury, who has a warrant for his arrest in relation to this incident. He is considered to be extremely dangerous and should not be approached. Jury has distinctive facial tattoos, including a swastika between his eyes flanked by the Nazi salute Sieg Heil, as well as a bulldog on his forehead and what appears to be the word mongrel across the lower half of his face. He also has 2 more swastikas above his eyebrows. On the top of his forehead is the word Sieg Fuck. At the center of his face and running over his nose, Jury has the word Wairoa, which is the name of a small town, believed to be his birthplace. On his neck in capitals he has the word bulldog tattooed. This is over a link chain. Police have issued a warning that this mongrel mob member is dangerous, and should not be approached. After police released this warning, a passenger on the domestic flight reported that he saw Jury on his flight. He was one of the last aboard, had no luggage, was wearing a mongrel mob patch and had clearly visible and distinctive facial tattoos, including the word Wairoa. He was having in-flight drinks. And later on he was reportedly asked to remove his patched jacket by the flight staff, which left him sitting shirtless for the duration of the mostly full flight. The passenger, who did not want to be identified out of fear of retaliation, was on board an Air New Zealand flight from Christchurch to Napier the afternoon of the shooting. It felt quite intimidating, the passenger said, adding they didn't believe there would have been a spare seat if someone was uncomfortable sitting next to him. The man quickly left the plane when it arrived in Napier and appeared to be hiding in the airport toilets before 3 other men in mongrel mob regalia arrived looking for him. Photos provided by New Zealand First Leader Winston Peters, who he says were sent to him by the passenger on the flight, revealed the man's back was tattooed with gang insignia. Peters said if the man was Jury, it pointed to security failures at the airport and within Air New Zealand and the police, and said the buck should stop with Police Minister Chris Hipkins. The first responsibility of anyone in public office is the safety of people. I want to know how things became so dysfunctional that this could happen, Peters said. Police did not respond to questions about how Jury might have been able to board a flight and whether the airport had been notified about him.